Inside this video topic, again we'll discuss a very amazing concept of MySQL, and that is how to use MySQL repeat loop statement. Inside last two videos, we have seen the concept that how to use loop and leave statement. Additionally, we have discussed that how to use MySQL while loop statement. Now in this video, we'll discuss the amazing concept of repeat loop statement. Let's go back to editor. So as we know that if we have a data set inside MySQL and if I want to iterate over those data set, we have multiple options. So we have seen already we have discussed inside last two videos by using loop and leave statement and while loop statement. Now in this video we'll discuss the concept of repeat statement. So the task will be same. We have to create a stored procedure, and that stored procedure is going to simply print the values from 1 to 10. Now this time to get this data, we have to use the concept of repeat statement. Let's go back to browser. Then I will go into the SQL tab, and here let's say delimiter dollar. Let's say create procedure statement, and here let's say print numbers by, and this time we have to use call repeat statement. And here let's get the initial value. So here I want to use in parameter mode, let's say initial value, which is a type of int. Let's here again we have the in parameter mode, let's say file value, and it is also int type. And I want to store data into output parameter mode. So out here, let's say result data, and it is a type of varchar. So here we'll have a stored procedure. Inside this stored procedure, simply we have to pass the initial value and the final value, and what the numbers lie between these two numbers, simply we have to print those values. Now next, let's say begin keyword and keyword dollar, then delimiter and semicolon. Then we have to go inside this begin and end. Now let's use the first called declare, and here let's say counter I. It is a type of int, and the default value equals to the initial value what you're passing inside this stored procedure. And here let's say declare to store our temporary result. So temp result, it is a type of varchar. So let's say varchar 50 characters in length, and the default value will be an empty character. Now next, here we have to use the concept of repeat statement. So simply, let's say repeat keyword, then here let's and repeat. And then now next, let's go inside this repeat and repeat. Let's use set keyword, temp result equals to concat. Then here temp result, I will concatenate with this counter I, and each number will be separated using this comma. So here, what basically we want inside our data set, inside our output, I want, for example, if I pass inside a stored procedure, for example, 100, 110, and I want to store all those data inside this data variable. So the data variable will be equals to 100, 101, 102, 103, so on up to 110. So this is the output data, what basically we expect from this stored processor. Now here, let's say set, let's increment the counter variable. So counter I plus 1. And here we have to repeat our data until is a keyword, until like counter I greater than, let's say, 10. It means that we have to repeat this loop until and unless the value of count I will become greater than 10. So simply put a semicolon. Let's copy this temp result, go after this and repeat. Let's say set. Our output data will be stored inside this result data. So I will copy result data. Let's copy this temp result and simply put it here, pass semicolon. Then I will go click on this go button, and here we have some error, that is if I go, and here let's remove this semicolon because repeat and until counter I. Now in this line of code we don't need to pass semicolon, so everything is now good. Let's go click on this go button, store procedure created. Let's copy this store procedure. Then I'll open this SQL tab. Now here I'll use call statement, and before calling this store procedure, let's say data equals to empty string. Let's say set data equals to empty string. So I want to pass the initial value as 100, file value let's say 110, and I want to store the value our data inside this data variable. And finally let's select, here we have the data variable. So after putting all these three lines, now let's go and click on this go button. And here actually we are getting only one data, that is 100. And why basically it is, again if I go, let's open routines tab into a new tab. And if I go, let's click on this edit link. Now here, simply I'll go and check the logical body, what basically we have written. So it has printed only this 100 data. Okay, actually here we have the mistake because here we have the file value as the static value, but as we know that this is also controlled by this file value. Now let's copy, put here, and let's go click on this go button. So successfully now updated. So again if I go, let's go and open this SQL tab one more time. Let's just set data equals to empty string. Now let's use call statement. Then I will copy our store procedure name, put here. Now this time I will pass, let's say 500 will be the initial value, 510 will be the final value, or even let's say 520. And here I want to store data into this data variable. So select, let's say data as, let's call it as output data. Now let's copy all these lines of code, click on this go button. And here, now we can see that our output data is equals to 500, 501, 502. So it's really amazing what the numbers we have passed inside our stored processor. Now it has printed all those numbers. But we can see that here we have one more issue, as the numbers that what we have passed is 520 as the file number. But inside this output data, we are getting only 511 and 51. So it means that this data is incomplete. So why basically it is happening, and this is because let's go inside a stored processor, click on this edit link. Now if I go into this output parameter mode, as we can see the total length equals to 50 characters. So simply we have to increase this value, so 115 length. And here also inside this temporary data, let's say 115 length. Click on this go button. Let's again go here, click on this SQL tab, put all lines of code, and simply click on this go button. And now this time we can see that again we are getting the same data like incomplete, but here we have three dots. So what we can do, click on this extra options, click on this full text, click on this go button. Now here we have the null value, but again if I go into the SQL tab, put all those lines of code, click on this go button. And now we can see that this time overall data, what basically we have passed as the initial value and the final value, now we have the complete values. So success, this is our third concept, that how to iterate over data by using MySQL repeat loop statement. So successful, now overall we have the idea that how to use loop and leave statement, MySQL while loop statement, and MySQL repeat loop statement. Now in the next video, we'll discuss one more amazing concept, that is how to use cursors. So for this amazing video, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Now let's meet to our next amazing video. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.